Did you know that Charizard's only 5'7"? Doesn't that make you feel like way better about yourself?
And welcome to Lockdown. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Wargo.
And I'm your other host, William Gabriel. How's it going, Dan?
It's going wonderful. How are you, sir?
It's great. We're here.
Yeah.
We've done like a couple weeks in a row. We're like on a good track record, you know?
We're on a good stretch. And you know what's crazy, Will, is we were not supposed to do this today.
We were not. You were going to cancel for alcoholic tendencies again.
Every time. No, I was going to go to I don't know, like an outdoor car graduation.
Yeah, you look like you're ready for a picnic.
Yeah, I was going to sit in the back of a pickup truck, no joke, like it's freaking Alabama.
Okay.
And drive around to watch a kid get a diploma or something.
Do you have a kid?
It's not my kid. It's my goddaughter.
So you had a good week, though?
I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it wasn't a bad week at all. I'm just very... kind of stressed right now. I'm kind of at my limit.
He's breaking. He's cracking.
I haven't felt this way in a while.
I hope he doesn't freak out later today. I don't know what's going on.
Well, because I'm leaving on Monday.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm leaving on Monday, and
leaving all of us.
Just a lot to get done before then, because I'm not taking everything with me. Namely, this lovely machine that I'm sitting in front of.
Yeah, it's gonna be really sad not playing games.
I mean, I haven't played games in months. Except I played Fortnite for like 10 minutes a week ago, maybe.
You should never do that to yourself. How dare you?
I love Fortnite, but I just don't have the time or the energy these days. Trying to just cross off my list of shit to do. It's like I got pages and pages.
Oh my god.
Well, I did it to myself.
Save a tree, Daniel. My god, make one list.
It's one list.
I make lists in my phone and then delete the list when I've done that thing.
Like, do you do it in a list app or something?
No, just in notes. And then what's great about that is half of those things never get done. And then I never delete them, and they just accumulate, and I have thousands of notes and ideas and jokes and bits and nothing that'll ever be anything. It's great.
We all do. You know, I can't wait, because I've played a lot of funerals in my life. Someday funerals will be mostly about what was in the notes section of someone's phone, because that was all the good ideas they never got done.
What?
That's a morbid thought, but that's where my brain went.
Yeah, someone should actually write a novel of my... Actually, no. Don't go in there.
I'm going to go in. If I make it past you. But no, dude, I did this to myself. I'm really mad at myself.
No, but it's gonna be fulfilling when it's all done. It's stressful to get it done, but you're gonna get it done.
And you know what? I'm gonna have like a whole month of Forking Arounds done and up, ready to be posted.
Yeah, so Daniel actually, like, this week ahead of time shot like 17 videos so he could just have them ready to go. None of them are edited, none of them are ready to go, but he's going to make them while he's gone. So he will still have content for you guys. I don't know what's going to go on with this show. We'll have to play it by ear, week to week, and see like how available you are, but we plan on keep doing this.
Yeah. No, as long as I'm able to hide. Well, I'll probably just use my laptop, but it'll be a different structure. But I'll probably use Nikolai's mic, and just maybe I'll steal his whole computer. I don't know.
That'd be great. He doesn't use it anyway.
Yeah,
it'd be fine.
He doesn't play video games all day, every day, all day.
In secret, on invisible.
And
it's fine.
What will one of our only viewers do when I'm using a computer? Okay, how was your week, William?
I mean, it was pretty good. As you can see, the old arm is out of the socket. Actually, that kind of hurts to do. I'm going to stop doing that.
I was about to be like, wow, you're amazing.
Going to stop it. I don't know. It was pretty good. I watched the new Bo Burnham special. That kind of fucked up my whole just momentum for the... I don't know, dude. That special literally changed this entire week and how it was going to go for me.
Okay.
I instantly cut my own hair. I shaved off my beard. Like, it just did a thing to me, and I've been productive as fuck. My apartment immaculate. The floors, so clean. The balcony, completely changed. New chairs. It's a different world here. I don't know what happened, but we're addressing some shit.
First off, I want to talk about this special and how it did this to you. But the way you did that was so like a Disney song princess.
How?
The chairs, so neat. The carpet, so perfect.
Well, someone is free to put some music underneath me and make me a fucking princess. I'm down.
Oh, okay, Belle.
Thank you.
You were always my favorite. Actually, not Jasmine was, but you know.
I'm Lebanese.
Either
I could
way.
be Jasmine. Let me have it.
I don't.
Okay.
Now it's ruined. When you said I could be Jasmine, it ruined it for me.
I can, though.
So, what were we talking about? Bo Burnham. Okay. Thank you. I'm back on track. So, this special, which I'm assuming is a comedy special, correct?
You know, it's debatable. It's debatable. I would say that it is intended at some point, probably at the very beginning of him embarking on this thing, to be a comedy special. And I think it accidentally turns into like one of the greatest films I've seen in the last 10 years.
That is saying something.
It is interesting. It is not fun.
Oh.
It is not a good time, but it is like so what's interesting to me is like I want to know how people with like great mental health felt after watching this. Did they just like feel sad for the person? It's a really interesting not comedy special that has so many funny moments, but so many moments that make you go, "Oh fuck."
Wow.
And he did it all himself. This is a project he embarked on. It's very like inspiring, I think, for self-creators, content creators, people that are used to not having crews, not having a lot of people to bounce your idea off of. And he like perfectly puts on display both the like finished products of things as well as the concepts and workings of how to even get there. He puts it all into this very raw understanding of like, this is what I have, and I'm going to use everything I can to the fullest extent. It was really inspiring for someone that, like, as a kid, started just kind of making videos alone on YouTube 15 years ago. You know, like,
Yeah.
I was mostly doing that shit alone, and it was an interesting thing to see that concept fully realized almost.
Sure. Right. Interesting. Wow, I didn't realize that was what it was going to be like.
I didn't either. I don't think anyone really knew. And so I have a little bit of a benefit in going in completely blind because my TikTok feed has literally only been about this special since I stopped watching it.
Wow.
Almost to the point where I'm like, I kind of want to not see everyone talk about it because I want it to stay special.
Interesting. Okay. Wow, I'm like so.
And I know you're not the biggest Bo fan, and I wasn't always either. It's probably more around like the words special that I got on board. Some of his earlier YouTube stuff, I was like, okay, but like he's grown into one of my favorite artists of all time.
Wow, I remember that you were always a fan, and I kind of did struggle with him early on. And actually, I did turn around at some point. I listened to him on Marin or Dak Shepard or like one of those like long form interviews.
Yeah.
And he kind of was talking about his how he was on stage one day and like he almost fainted and like he had a very similar experience to this stage kind of fright, anxiety, panic attack thing
with your piano that you were having. Yeah. You were literally passing out at the keys in front of God.
Yeah. Almost. I was not actually.
God was like, "Hey, it's your job to play the piano," and you were like, "I cannot right now."
Yeah, exactly.
What did that feel like in that moment? Just because, like, if we're going to take the moment and really explore mental health right now and give it its moment, what does that feel like?
It's kind of like, it's like suddenly I would felt like I was just losing blood or something, you know, like everything was dripping down and then you just kind of like go like, I'm going dark. Everything's going dark, and you can't
I think
really...
you're gonna fucking love this special.
Yeah,
I think this one's gonna catch you completely off guard.
He didn't perform he was terrified to perform for a long time.
That's why I was so excited. It's been 5 years since his last special. The fact that he came back at all, I didn't think we were going to see that ever because of what you're describing, because of all those stories he literally couldn't do his show.
Yeah, no, I know. And what made me kind of like connect with him is that he was on a tour while this event happened, and it kind of sent him spiraling, but he had to continue the tour.
Right.
And I kind of like, that was always my experience with it, is just like, well, I have to keep making money for work. So that's my job. I have to keep doing this every day or every other day or whatever that might be, And so I just kind of like, really, the way he talked about it, I'd never heard anybody who had such a similar experience to me,
Yeah. And that's why I'm so interested in how people that don't experience a feeling close to that kind of go through life pretty confidently and pretty content, how they felt about this special, because I'm curious if it is still something that's either relatable or at least like a open arm, like hand gesture to this idea, or is it too specific? I'm very curious, because like it's hard at times to watch this thing and not go, this was made for me.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that, but I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't.
He hates him. He hates me.
I can't. Well, no, I just after your brief review of it, being like, I loved every second of it.
When did I say that?
In a text message.
Oh, okay.
Nikolai said
he's like an official character of this podcast because we bring him up like every other week. No one knows who he is.
Just wait till he's in the same room.
That's true.
Also, everyone knows who he is.
But I texted you and Nikolai.
Yeah. No, I think Nikolai started it. Or I think he said he liked the first half.
That's interesting. He didn't relate to the thing that I think I related to the most. So like I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, we'll have to talk about it next week.
Yep. Should we clear our throats, cleanse our palate, and get into something that everyone can relate to? Whether they watched it or not, they're going to watch it here with us. And this is a bussin' or busted, Daniel. I know we're trying to make time. Daniel's got to step away. He's got his picnic. He's got his back of a truck to be in. So we got to make this a quick show.
All right. So it doesn't really have sound. So this is the video.
Doesn't have sound. Production value. We can talk.
It's about food, my man.
We're good.
Describe it.
Oh my God. I'm already on board.
So you're just taking some crab. I think it's imitation even. You get
some
that Japanese mayo,
mm-hmm.
which is apparently a lot fattier. Some sriracha. Get that in there.
Are we just making sushi and poke right now?
No, just wait, man. Oh, crispy
rice. Okay, so we're just like...
Oh, we're frying the rice.
I'm a little disappointed that it's that easy.
I know, me too.
How many years have you just gone and gotten us crispy rice at everywhere we go? We could have been doing this shit at home. That's so simple.
8 minutes. I know. That's why I had to pull it for Bustin' or Busted.
That's so simple.
I know. I was shocked.
Is that a cucumber on top? Cucumber?
Is that a cucumber?
You don't say it like that?
I do now.
No, that looks great. I mean,
some cucumber, and there's also some seaweed.
I mean, this is probably the most simplistic yet creative Bustin' or Bustin' we've had in a while, because it's really just 2 sauces, a little bit of seasoning, some crab ripped up, some cucumber chopped up, and rice.
Some rice.
Like literally, that's it.
But I wonder if
it's crispy rice.
I wonder if she made the sushi rice. Like I wonder if it's the sushi rice, as opposed to just like, what if you were to just try it with like jasmine rice? And you're just like, well, I don't know. Does it work?
Is jasmine rice?
Maybe you need to put an egg with it.
I think if you just don't, you're going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. But if you don't drain your rice and you keep all that starch in it when you make it, when you boil it, maybe a grainier flavor, but for sure stickier. For sure.
But an egg would work too, and then you have a little more protein.
Okay, is that what we're worried about when we're making our crispy?
No, we're not. Anyway, we're gonna stop streaming that. I had a happy experience.
I'm into it. I'm a
are
little
you?
pissed that we never did it or tried it on our own, but that's kind of what TikTok and the internet has been over 2020 to 2021, has been a just constant reminder. Hey, privileged fuck, it's this easy. You don't have to go to a restaurant. It's this easy. Look at how easy this thing is too. Great. Stop paying for it. Stop expecting people to bring it to you. Do it yourself.
That is the exact thing I have learned over this year of cooking on my channel and of exploring food, is just like everything is doable. Is everything as good when I do it as someone who's like, maybe if it's something like when I was doing my curries, if it's an Indian thing, I should pay for that.
Some of those curries I was questionable, but that chicken video you just made, Daniel, that looked so fucking good.
Fried chicken?
That looked so good.
Oh, dude, it was so good. It was so
It looks
good,
incredible.
William.
So if you haven't watched that video yet, go to Daniel's YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Get on it.
Yeah,
Make some chicken.
It was so tasty, man. That fried chicken was.
And essentially
Who knew?
what you did for your other videos are like the other parts of that plate.
Yeah,
So you get to build your own like soul food plate by the end of the month. If that's not something you've done.
And a dessert. Yep.
And a dessert.
5, because it's a 5 Tuesday month.
Get ready to open up your own barbecue joint because Daniel's teaching.
But I didn't barbecue anything.
Well, I love barbecuing. I love backyards.
I know.
I love patios. I love being outside, Daniel. And I'd like us to check out this next video just to see what it's like to go outside these days. We're seeing people return to some sort of normalcy, and it is great to get some sunlight in, right?
The way she fucking
She
yeets him.
the bear. Oh, and this is if we just wanted to hear it with like some cartoon music, like it's a Disney film. I feel like it adds something.
Oh, totally.
Like some Berenstain Bears action going on. Like that.
What?
What a great little and now if it's like sexy. Sexy dog and bears fighting.
Sexy bears. Oh, Winnie the Pooh after dark. Give me the honey.
I'm sorry, I was putting that video together and I couldn't fucking help myself.
You did that?
I did. I put all those songs together. You want to know? You want to know the very best part, Daniel? This is so just. I'm exposing myself. I don't even care. I couldn't find a copy of the video without someone from the news talking all over it or some music all over it. So all of those sounds in the beginning, I created.
You.
And then put them through filters to sound like they were distorted coming from a shitty camera.
Oh my God, William! What?
I'm highlighting how easy it is to fake everything. It's a bit.
Only your powers went to good and not to stupid.
Dude, like as soon as I figure out deepfakes, everyone's fucked. Everyone's fucked. I'm making everything.
I was telling someone on my stream the other night. They were like, I was doing a music stream, and they were like, "Can you rap?" And I was like, "Nah." And they were like, "Well, just try it. Like, have some fun." And I was like, "No, it would be a lot of fun." And I was like, "But you don't understand. One of my best friends is a professional editor, and if I do that, I'll never get away from it.
Oh my
like he will
God.
have content forever." And
you don't even know how many just like little things I've stolen from the Daniel Wargo project. Just a couple little things that I haven't fully
cannot
figured
wait.
out what the idea is, but it's gonna be great.
I cannot wait.
And it will be on my YouTube channel.
Oh my God. That's incredible.
So what do we think about Bear Time? That's pretty fucking incredible, right?
That woman just fucking yeeting.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of crazy to have that level of confidence to just completely. I think she didn't realize what she did.
She
You
was
know,
just,
like she was
went
just
into
in
the mode.
full mom mode, just like
Yeah.
mama bear, no pun intended, but just like push that motherfucker
Yeah.
back. And it had its cubs with it. So that could have gone
did it?
very badly.
Oh,
Yeah, you see in the top of the video, like there's very in the background on the other side of the wall, something else. And I'm assuming cubs.
oh, interesting. Wow. Damn.
But the
dude,
bear just like kind of doesn't care. Gets pushed over.
he's like, wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
that wasn't very nice.
Excuse me. I'm just trying to eat this dog.
Yeah, just trying to eat the dog really quick. So we're returning to the outside. The bears are returning to say hi to us. And you know what else is returning, Daniel?
What?
Pokemon cards to Target.
Are you sure?
I have seen videos, I have seen TikToks, but I personally have not seen any in the wild yet. Daniel, have you seen any?
No, but
It's out
you
there.
sent me a text yesterday.
It's out
I
there.
literally had a full stack of papers in my hand, Will, and I saw your text, and those papers are all over the floor in the other room still. I ran to Target. I ran there.
Did you really?
No.
Oh.
No, I took a nap first. And then I went.
Have you seen the video of the guy that like sleeps in a Target bathroom so he could be first there?
Brilliant.
I don't know if it's real, but it kind of feels like he did stay in there overnight, borrows a blanket and a pillow and sleeps in the bathroom. We're going way too far with this card thing. It's cool.
Yeah.
I like the shiny swirls, but whoa, everybody.
It's way too much. It's way too much.
What I did see though now is different from the last time you could purchase things at Target, which was one item. I see now 2 items on the signs that they have listed up. 2 whole items. I don't see any MLB. I don't see any sports cards. Just Pokemon is what I got the news about.
You're saying you can take 2 items? Is that what you're saying? Ah,
Said
maybe
the
that's
one.
better. Maybe we're going to be nicer. If we
Maybe
get 2.
because of that, everyone gets. I don't know. I see so many videos now of the people going for the chase at Walmart in the morning. Have you seen some of those? Like just cargo shorts on cargo shorts, just toppling on top of each other, just all over the fucking place. Not really going to therapy or thinking about what they need to work on because no one is out there reacting like that. That's that's having a great day. You know, like they're trying to compensate for something.
Yeah.
That's not a business. You're making 15. Like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Have you
It's not-
experienced any of that in like your
No.
search ever? Like, you've never run into these scalper type people?
I mean, I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah. But no one's
that-
trying to make you do
that-
deals. No one's trying to be like, hey, if you buy this thing, I'll buy that. And then we'll switch outside because we can't have as many things. Like, I feel like there's a lot of that going on and people just trying to take advantage of each other.
I think the when I really got into the cards, it was kind of too late.
Oh, okay.
Where they basically the first time I was at Target for the opening in the morning, or the only time actually, they had limited it to you get 3 items. That's it. 3 of
Right.
anything. That's it. Go home. You know, like you're done. And they were like, and the guy was like, and I'm only supposed to allow you to have 1.
Are you excited? Do you think it's that we're like past the problem of this? Do you think people are going to calm the fuck down a little bit? Because the whole reason why they took it away in the first place is because some asshole pulled a gun in the parking lot.
Yeah. No, I do not see this problem being solved at all.
Okay, perfect.
At all.
Like, have you
Because
noticed like
usually-
the cereal boxes opened in Targets? Where people have gone into those certain cereal boxes that are going to have cards in them, and they'll open the box and take the cards out in the middle of the store.
Wow. That's insane. No, dude, I think I know that trading cards have had like an explosive 2 years, and some people seem to think we're on like kind of a downward trend with it. I know from my own personal experience in my life, whenever I kind of come on board with something, it's literally right before
It explodes.
it's too late.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's where we're at. I think it's going to get even bigger.
Yeah, Tim Dillon has that
I'm
great
late to the
quote.
party.
Tim Dillon has that great quote where he's like, I'm at a restaurant, and he tells the waiter, like, oh, I do real estate. And then the waiter goes, oh, I do real estate too, and gives him his card. And you're like, oh no, this is over. Like, if
Yeah,
ever,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is over. So I got to get out of this.
Right. Yeah. But I think with this stuff, the more people that are interested at a time, that's going to drive the market up.
True.
More and more. And I think honestly, the basketball card market is so crazy that I think that's going to bring in continue to bring in people and keep people.
Yeah.
Because those cards are worth insane dollars currently,
That's the actual number. It's listed on eBay as insane dollars.
Insane dollars. So, and then football season's coming up. Those cards are also worth quite a bit too. So, I don't know. It's just like,
it's going to be a fun hobby, but I'm really interested in how into it people stay as we keep going outside, as we return. And we're not just kind of like doing the same mundane. I think we're going to see some people dip. I think we're going to lose a lot of scalpers.
Maybe.
Because I've seen videos recently of people like in the process of scalping, picking up a bunch of boxes, looking it up online, putting the boxes back.
Oh, really?
Because some of those things are not having those insane April, March, February prices. There were some boxes, some ETBs in January that were going for $200 that you can get for $60 now. It's very different, and it's going to be exploding and dipping and falling all over the place.
Right.
Especially with modern.
Well, and I think especially the market that I kind of am most interested in, but is also the most volatile is Pokemon, because it's expansive and singular at the same time. Whereas like the
Pikachu can't rape anybody, Daniel.
Exactly.
Pikachu has a clean record. Charizard. Did you know that Charizard's only 5'7"? Doesn't that make you feel like way better about yourself?
Oh,
I'm taller than Charizard. Fuck that card. Whoa. Fuck that Dragon Boy. I am better than him.
That kind of changes Charizard.
Right? He's so short. Not the 5'7" is short, gentlemen, ladies, everyone. I love that it's literally fucking right there.
Does it say that on the card? Yeah, it says he's 5'7".
Boom.
Weighs 200 pounds.
Boom.
He's a little heavy.
I think I could take Charizard, Daniel. I think face to face, me and Charizard, I might win. I'm gonna come out a little sunburnt, but I'm gonna be okay.
Sunburnt. Man, I think you could do it. Now you could probably grab him by the wing.
Really changes things.
Boom. Wow. I can't believe that.
Speaking of changing things, did you hear about Kimmy Schmidt?
Okay, yeah, that was
apparently she's unbreakable, but oof, okay, what an interesting week.
Do you want to explain the story?
You can set up whatever.
Okay, well, this is what I know.
Okay, yeah, least. I'll fill in.
So I saw that she was Ellie Kemper is her name. She's Kimmy Schmidt / Aaron on The Office.
Is that it? She's also from that blowjob video.
Yeah, the dry blowjob one.
It's like a sand. That was one of the funniest internet videos way back in the day. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. I think it's who does that? It's not College Humor. I think that's actually I think that's Childish Gambino's thing. Like, remember he had like a comedy sketch? I think it's actually from his.
I think it is. I don't know.
Right. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, so exactly. Anyway, so there was she was trending on Twitter the other day, and so I actually was like, what the, so I click on her name, and you start to see that she was like a pageant queen for this pageant in her hometown in when she was like 16 or 17 years old, but it was like essentially a KKK pageant.
Right. So this is a organization that is called the Veiled Prophets. Already sounds fucking terrifying.
Well, it sounds a little bit like Harry Potter to me.
It sounds like something from Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's like a gang, the Veiled Prophets, and they wear bags on their heads, and they're coming to kick you and take your children. That's what it sounds like to me. Yes. I guess I could see some Harry Potter-ness in there.
Well, there's a prophet.
Veiled Prophets.
There's a veil at some point.
It doesn't sound like nice people, though. They're veiled. They're hiding. What are they hiding? Probably a lot of racism. I don't know. But eventually, apparently this whole organization was founded by an Southern soldier, Confederate soldier. So like it has roots in what it started as. And in the 60s, of the 1900s, there was actually a lot of protests and things against this organization to expose like what they were actually trying to push agenda-wise, community-wise in the areas.
Okay.
So it's got something that I don't think anyone can fully say today, every day in that organization is in line to push that agenda forward, but it has roots in history and so many decades of doing that it's hard to disregard any of that, to just look at her as a kid, a bystander, not really understanding what's happening. This is way back from like 1999, this picture.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's very young. I think she's like 19 in the photo or something like that. But at 19, I kind of knew how I felt about racism.
For some reason, I'm going to double check this because I thought she was a minor still.
Maybe she was 17. I could have sworn it said she was 19.
Ellie Kemper, KKK. I don't.
Veiled Prophets.
Veiled Prophets. Thank you.
We're doing this on the cusp, everyone.
Sorry, I know. I just want to make sure because it does kind of change things. I'm just going to see how old she is.
I just find it fascinating, just to sort of like take an aside while you're looking it up.
Yes.
How I had never heard of this organization before. And I wonder how many organizations like this exist in our country that have historical roots and tradition that we don't necessarily know about because they don't want us to hear about their past. Because I did read in an article that they had a major rebrand of what this organization was in 1992. Still not a perfect transition to what is like considered progressive or an understanding of reality.
Yeah.
But they were trying to disregard and push into a different place. And that's 7 years before this picture was taken. I don't know enough to make a claim, but I just wonder how much of it is actual change and growth versus Catholic Church Boy Scouts idea of change and rebranding, where we just hide and run away. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah,
and she has said nothing from this.
Has she not?
If a lot of people have gone through her biography and read that and make it feel like none of this is really ever discussed. So it's interesting that like this is just all up in the air right now.
Yeah.
Did you see if she was a minor in that photo? I know you were looking.
She was not a minor.
19?
Was not a minor. She was like either 18 or 19.
Okay. So yeah. I mean, that 1 or 2 years doesn't change a shit ton in your brain. I still personally feel like you're growing until you're like 23. It feels like you're still figuring shit out. But
totally. Till like you're 35, 36 maybe.
How do you feel
42.
about this? It really changes Kimmy Schmidt for me.
Does it? It doesn't. To me,
just like in my head, I laugh now because of like this cult like upbringing that she has in that show.
Oh, you mean
she escapes it? Yeah. I feel like in the show, like it's just like I wonder now. I can't look at that show and help wonder: did her and Tina Fey sit the fuck down and talk about potentially what it was like to get out of like a KKK organization and do it in a way that was clean? You didn't piss anybody off, and you somehow came out famous.
Well, I wonder how. I mean, we're kind of speculating.
I am, because she unfortunately isn't clearing the air. She isn't coming out and saying anything.
My mind, to the like as someone, like we were in high school, 16, 17, 18, even in my late teens, but adulthood,
I knew the KKK was pretty bad.
Oh no, absolutely. But how many weird luncheons did I sing at? Did I go to? How many galas did I attend? How many weird things did I do in this or that or whatever? I'm not saying like I'm like, I could have ended up at a weird freaking party and I'm there, in a picture because I'm 18, 19 and have no real associate. Maybe she did a lot of this kind of stuff.
This is a pageant for this organization, though. I think
what if she did a lot of pageants? That's what I'm saying. Like maybe
I don't know.
Maybe she did like 10 pageants a year.
This is just one on her list. She's like, I gotta get the KKK one too.
And she doesn't know. She's just like, I sign up for all of them. She's Aaron. She's not that all
No,
there.
I think they did say that her parents have like something in the organization. So that isn't speculation. I think it is something that you're part of. They're one of the wealthiest families in that city.
Yeah. Oh, are they? I don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, that's kind of what I took, was just like, okay, well, I'm not going to get angry about this yet. If it turns out that she is
I'm not angry. I'm more just blown the fuck away that I've never heard of this thing. I'm not angry at somebody that hasn't said anything and we've only seen one picture from 1999. I can't get mad at that as much as I can just be like, there's organizations like this in the country all over the place. That's what I'm focused on. Yeah, I don't know what's up for her career after this. It's up to her to sort of like clear the air and make everything clear. Like, she's not doing that, so that's in her not benefit currently.
Sure.
I think the approach of we're just going to wait for all this to blow over and I'll never say anything seems a little funky, but I'm not really focused on her or any of that. I'm more focused on like what it must feel like to know that there's organizations like this against you as a person that lives in this country.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess that's
what I took away.
That wasn't the surprising part to me, I guess. Like I'm not surprised.
I guess it's not surprising. It's just like I've never heard of them.
Sure.
I've heard of some weird things. And I've done a lot of digging. I look at fun, weird organizations on the internet all the time. I'm obsessed with cults and weird, creepy people. It's interesting to learn about, but I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
I wonder what else I don't know.
No. What you don't know could probably fill a book. At least one book, but maybe two books.
So obviously we're hoping for the best. We hope that she addresses these things because I am a fan of some of her work, and I hope that she's not a big pile of shit, but you never know.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we don't know who is a big pile of shit and who isn't in this world.
All I know is Dwight really, really he came close to he knows Angela all the way. Was Dwight not trying to fuck her in the show?
Oh, briefly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Briefly. But Andy really got there. And then Gabe, and then Andy, and then Pete.
I totally forgot about Gabe.
And then maybe Andy again. It's a very confusing timeline.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Racism's always fun. It's not. So maybe to just totally change the palette, here's a cool song. Here's a cool song for you, Daniel, just before our break. Maybe it'll make you feel something.
It'll make me... I want to play the video, too, most likely.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Shh. I got you, dude. I got you.
Here we go.
Got you.
I'm not a vaccine hoochie. I'm not a vaccine slut. You're not going to put it in my butt, and you're not going to put it in my arm. And if you try to give it to me, I'm going to cause you bodily harm. Yeah!
And that's our show.
This is a pretty cool song, right, Dave?
People like that scare me so much. They scare me so much.
Which part? That they don't want the vaccine or their rhyming structure?
People who don't want the vaccine, but are also very, very loud and obsessive over not wanting the vaccine.
I liked that rhyme. I like that whole structure of the song a lot.
Oh, you liked the structure.
It was a weird twist and turn of which one is going to rhyme.
Not going to stick it in my butt and not going to stick it in my arm. Nobody sticks it in your butt.
Those were not the two options, but okay.
You know, when I got my second dose, I was feeling good that day, and I turned to, it was a guy and a young guy and a young girl kind of like doing it or whatever. And they put it in.
What? Is a young guy and a young girl doing it?
No, they were one was putting my vaccine in, and the other one was like,
Okay, well, you just said doing it, so okay. All right.
What do you think?
I thought there was a couple fucking next to you while you're about to get your second vaccine.
You are watching too much Hamster. X-Hamster? Too much. I think
Hamster?
That's one of them. Isn't that one of them? Hamster?
I don't know.
Because I always thought it was a weird name for one of them.
You've just you've exposed a lot about yourself.
It's not sexy to me,
Yeah,
I think
hamsters aren't my thing.
I think that's Nikolai's site.
You want to keep going?
I think I'm going to stick with this for a little while.
Okay.
Till it doesn't get a laugh anymore. We have, what were we talking about before I tried to expose you?
The cool song.
Oh, because you think I'm talking about getting a vaccine and you're like, wait, who's having sex there?
It's just the way you said it was so confusing. You could have said there was a person injecting me with the virus, but you said there was a guy and a girl and they did it. I'll play it.
I say injecting me with the virus?
I guess that is a weird way to say.
God, you're giving me AIDS.
Daniel. Did you see that they might have just fucking canceled cancer? Like they might have just found the cure to cancer. I'm pretty sure there was something.
Everything just canceled to you now.
Yes. Should we take a break?
Are you canceling your math problems? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Like, I solved that. It's canceled. Done. All right, buddy.
All right, buddy.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Lávate las manos. Es muy importante que te laves las manos. Wash your damn hands.
And we're back. Daniel, I think we have found our footing. How was your break?
My break was nice. I just sat here, checked my phone, and here I am. How was your break?
It was pretty good. I had to get a few things together. I know that today we're having a shorter show. We're trying to wrap things up a little early. So I wanted to get something together for us for Daniel Learns the Internet.
Like a physical thing? Like
I just had to collect myself and I had to admit something to you. Today, we're going to learn something that I also didn't know.
You don't?
I didn't know this. And I think it would be an interesting exploration of thought.
Oh, okay.
Do we feel like learning together?
Yeah, I'm down to learn together.
Let's do it.
Will. Okay. Here we go.
So just hold on to your seats with this one. There's going to be a lot of information coming at you very fast. Just try to keep up.
Anatomically modern humans came into existence about 300,000 years ago. Modern means that these were not cavemen. These were people, just like you and me. They had the same brains, they have the same thought and speech capabilities, the same intelligence. But Sumer, the first civilization, did not come into existence until 6,500 years ago. It was around this time they invented writing. This is the beginning of recorded history. All of recorded history, from the first civilization until this moment, right now, covers only 2% of all human existence. The rest is unrecorded. For most of human existence, we lived alongside Neanderthals, who were also intelligent and capable of speech and even making music. It amazes me endlessly to think about the 98% of human experience that was never written down.
Wow.
Isn't that kind of a fucking game changer?
That's pretty crazy to really
2%
put it into numbers like that.
2% of human history we've actually documented. Everything else, Harry Potter. We don't know what the fuck happened. It's the before time.
Is it possible that for those 98%, there was like a whole other world? Maybe they had airplanes and rocket ships.
It's possible.
And cities. And then they destroyed them all.
Right.
And made it look like nothing happened.
Right.
But like left some little like bowls.
Yeah.
And like we buried a person a little higher up.
Is this the next National Treasure movie?
It's a pretty good movie.
Just finding human history.
Like they could have done that like 90 times.
I'm just blown the fuck away that once we like started writing things down, that's when we actually started to remember anything. I wonder what what was remembrance before that? It was just so fucking fascinating to hear all of that in less than 30 seconds just hit my brain and go, oh fuck. That's so weird. Because I don't know if you saw this. They did that experiment pretty recently. I think it was France or Poland or something like that. They took a bunch of people into a cave without time. So, because the experience was to sort of see what happens to a human, what their emotions are like, and what their day-to-day usage is when they have no concept of light, no sunlight, and no concept of time. Which is, if you think about it, kind of what it was like back then.
Yeah.
I don't know. That really just blows me the fuck away. I
How
don't know
weird.
how you would even like work towards something creative.
I really
We've come a
don't know.
long way, man. We've
know,
come a long
I-
fucking way just for you
Well,
and me
you
to
know what-
sit here like this.
Well, you know what was really interesting about what that guy said was that there was a time during during those 300,000 years of people like us,
300,000.
right, where they were also living alongside Neanderthals. And so I'm kind of like, was there like a
war,
or like were they just cool with each other? Was it like two different?
Something tells me we weren't that cool. Something tells me with our like the history of humans, I don't think we were
Probably.
that cool. Even in the video, he's kind of being douchey, and he's like, they were next to us, and they could understand some speech and music. Those fucking idiots.
The only reason we have music is a couple of us fell in love with them. There was a couple little secret love stories.
Dude, what if that's true? What if they gave us music?
That's a movie too. So many movies from this one TikTok.
Well, it's really interesting how creative and expansive and how many different ways you can go when there's no track record. There's no rules. It's all before anyone said this is the best way to do it.
Right.
We could go back to a time when no one knows what the best thing is to do. And maybe that was never the best thing to do. It's just that person was more politically sound and people listened to them.
I think that's pretty much all of
We could have
life.
kept Neanderthals alive. They could still be among us today.
Well, I actually have to tell you something, William.
What?
I got one of those tests, those 23andMe.
Is that an option on them?
It turns out I'm 60% Neanderthal, and I was actually trying to like see how you felt about us secretly, because you're always kind of, I feel like we've done 54 episodes.
Homo
And you're always
sapiens. Homo sapiens, man. That's where it's.
So I am 40% Homo sapien, so I can be okay with that, but I'm also 60% Neanderthal. And you're
That's
trying to
unfortunate.
teach me shit
It's just
every
unfortunate. I think this actually explains why I have to teach you shit. Because only you can comprehend some speech, and it turns out music. Those are the only two things. Whereas me and my big monkey brain that has evolved, I can comprehend, extract, interpolate all sorts of data.
Well, excuse me, while you're interpolating data over there,
Yeah.
I've been too busy being a workhorse for the world, creating things, creating music.
That's just what we need. Another Neanderthal on the internet showing how the same he is to the rest of us. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
That's great,
You know what,
Daniel.
Will? You know what, buddy? We've been doing this show for over a year.
Mhm.
You've been trying to teach me shit every single day. Up
I
on
think
your
you've taught a lot.
high-ass Homo sapien horse, and you have been nothing but down.
What are we doing
pushing
right
me
now? What
down.
do we do? What is this?
I'm kind of sick of it.
You're sick of what? Me bringing you entertaining content to look and digest at every week that you
I'm
never
sick
would
of
have.
you. I'm sick of you sitting here
Uh-huh.
and in front of our friends,
Yeah, all
putting
of
me
them.
down
They're
and
all-
making me look bad.
I wasn't trying to make you look bad. I was just trying to
No,
share what I thought was fun to someone that would never,
You know what?
ever come
You know-
across it ever on their own.
Why would I never come across it?
It's not
You
a
think
Neanderthal
your stories
thing.
are that amazing?
It's just not
You
a
think I've never
Neanderthal
heard
thing.
about
It's not what they do in their spare time.
Excuse me. Okay, well, like I know we're live right now and we shouldn't be doing this, but I'm kind of like I don't really know what you want me to say.
I want you to say your ending so we can wrap up the show because it's getting in a weird place, and I think we've finished the episode. Personally, I think we're done.
Okay. Okay, if we're done, then we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I guess
can
we're
you
done.
can you do your little wrap up? You normally
Yeah,
do.
okay. Okay, yeah. Peace.
Are you kidding me? Well, if you guys like this show, please leave it a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts. And you can find this show every Friday at my Twitch, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know what the future is, but... Oh, he's in the chat. Daniel's in the he just called me stupid. He said he hates me. Well, if you want to see Daniel, you may be shit out of luck. If you want to find me, I'm at twitter.com/WillJGabriel. Jesus. I guess this one ended pretty weird. See you guys next week, maybe. Are you going to come back?